In 1995, my grandfather died in Conwell Springs, my hometown. I returned for the funeral after being away since childhood. In 1995, I learned that my grandpa had been investigating strange occurrences surrounding a mysterious presence in the forest. However, something happened to him in the woods, putting him in a vegetative state for over a decade. To solve this mystery, I teamed up with Eileen Summers, my college roommate. A Christian nerd and a biker badass. It was a match made in heaven. A local church turned out to harbor a secret cult worshiping the malevolence in the woods, referring to it as the Old God. An endangered hallucinogenic flower, the red scythe, was somehow connected to the Old God's power. As we came closer to the truth, a servant of the Old God made himself known in dreams and visions, the Crimson One, a scheming trickster. Things came to a head when the priest of the corrupt church, Isaac Price, abducted Eileen, intending to offer her to the Old God. I managed to track them down and have Isaac thrown in jail, but Eileen was in a catatonic state and was about to suffer the same fate as my grandfather. I continued alone and found my way into a great field of red scythes in the depths of the forest. Greeted by the Crimson One, I descended into the Old God's bizarre realm, a place straddling the line between the physical and the otherworldly. The powers of that place tried to break me. My past trauma was manifested and turned against me, including my shadow, an evil doppelganger. I defeated these foes and emerged back into the real world. As I left Conwell Woods, I set the flowers ablaze to eradicate the evil at its root. In my absence, Isaac Price took the coward's way out in his jail cell. When I returned, Eileen had awoken. She was safe. It was time for us both to go back home. We're closed. For fuck's sake.
Hey, kid.
Oh, Lucas.
Gee, what happened to you? Looks like somebody's been through the ringer.
You should mind your own business, old man, before I bring up your ex-wife.
Hey now, I'm just looking out for a former student of mine. You're always my business.
Oh, I bet I am. That's the only way a has-been like you could ever stay relevant.
Ha! Yeah, that must be it. Now, you gonna invite me in and just let me stand here like an asshole?
Fine, come in then. You want some coffee?
Yeah, I got enough, old sis, thank you very much. That brew you make is rancid.
Oh, I did that on purpose. I wanted to do detective work, not dumb chores like some airbrained secretary.
Feigning incompetence, huh? Clever move.
I guess so. I just wish that shrewdness of mine could make me some money.
There's my segue. Did you hear the news on the Soothsayer?
I never took you for a sucker, Lucas. This is Cassidy. There's no way that reward is legit.
You're wrong. Mayor Adams is different. He's the real deal.
And you know this how exactly?
Well, because it just so happens that I was hired to find dirt on the guy. I got nada. Zip. He's a total Boy Scout.
Whatever. We're still talking about a serial killer. Do I look suicidal to you?
Kinda. You passed out at noon, stinking of booze, and that eviction notice hanging over your head isn't doing you any favors.
That's none of your concern. I'm handling it. I just need a goddamn case. A normal case, free of homicidal maniacs.
Don't know what to tell you, kid. Things are looking kind of dry on that front, you dig?
Oh, God. Please don't try to sound hip, Lucas. Your Dick Tracy imitation is cringeworthy enough.
I suppose you could always pawn off that bike of yours. Buy you another month or two.
Pfft. Tell him, Mildred. Lose the Katmobile? I'd rather chop off my left tit.
I may be a has-been, but I'm fairly sure that self-mutilation won't do you much good. A couple $100K, on the other hand.
I love money just as much as the next girl, but, I mean, this isn't just a long shot. It's about as likely as Mildred turning vegan and taking up juggling.
Come on, one more case, for old time's sake. 50-50 split. How could anyone beat my rugged charm and your youthful vigor?
Lucas, we both know you're about as charming as a clown at a funeral. And the last time I saw my vigor was 3 tequila bottles ago.
All right. I know what I'm beating. I'll drop it.
Look, thanks for the tip. I might actually take a shot at that bounty, but you need to accept that we're not a team anymore. We had a good run, but I have my own thing going. Look, see? My name is on the frosted glass and everything.
I can respect that. You're not allergic to a little quid pro quo from time to time, though, are you?
Now, that I can do. That's how the world works anyway. It's all just an endless circle jerk of quid pro fucking quo.
I don't quite see things that way, but my door is always open if you'd like to discuss the case.
Sure. May the best woman win.
You telling me I'd look good in a dress? Later, kid.
Bye, Lucas. Well, it's not like I have anything better to do. I should have information on the Soothsayer somewhere in this room. Yeah. Maybe there's something about the killings in these papers. All right. I found a few interesting articles about the most recent murder. All right, I think that's everything I've got on Deborah in here. When I'm ready to leave, I should be able to learn more about the other victims at the library. The yellow pages. Handy for looking up people and businesses. Huh. I wish it was that easy. Huh. Who's the best fluff ball? Couldn't agree more. Plotting world domination as usual, Mildred? I better get those pets in then. I've already caught myself a little serial killer, haven't I? Your secret's safe with me. Looking for something to pounce on? Oh, I bet. Who's the cutest predator around here? Oh, yes, you are. Who's my perfect little killer? That's my vicious girl. Who's the best fluff ball? Couldn't agree more. I should grab this in case I need to snap some shots. My Michiru instant camera. It's loaded with plenty of film. Better not. Knowing me, I'll end up with no film left and a million goofy cat photos. Hi, I need some help, please.
Of course. How can I be of assistance?
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair?
Quite a bit. Do you have a more specific line of inquiry?
What do you know about the murder?
I believe she was killed at her writer's retreat, stabbed to death. The police say the MO was similar to the other victims, with the shattered mirror and all that.
Where's this writer's retreat located exactly?
There's an area called Bear Creek, just on the border of the national park. Sinclair owned a small cabin there.
All right, got it. That's a decent drive, so I think I'll head out there tomorrow. What kind of books did Deborah write?
She dabbled in many different genres over the years, but her main bulk of work could probably be defined as horror, mystery, or a combination of the two. Afflicted, Dead Ends Meet, and the Jenny Payne trilogy are some of her most well-known titles.
Okay. Was she working on a new book when she died?
I believe so, yes. But I don't have any details to share.
Was Deborah a popular author?
Oh, yes. Even before her death. Afterwards, her popularity has reached astronomical levels.
I can imagine. Borrowing one of her books now is out of the question, right?
Correct. 6 months wait minimum.
Yeah, I figured. What do you know about Deborah's private life?
She had quite an interesting life. Adopted as a child, and her adoptive father, Sebastian Willis Sinclair, was an accomplished author in his own right. Deborah's birth mother was a young homeless woman and her father was a Native American. Deborah spent much of her life trying to track down her biological father, unsuccessfully. Perhaps in some part due to her roots, Deborah's books have often contained subject matter inspired by Native American religion. She was childless and unmarried when she passed away. Rumors say she was gay, but God knows tabloids are quick to jump to conclusions. I don't think she ever clarified that matter to the public. If you are curious to learn more, I would highly recommend her acclaimed autobiography, Unbound.
Oh, I might check that out. Thanks for the information. I'm looking to find some information on the Soothsayer.
Ah, quite a few people have taken an interest in that case lately.
That's so. Well, I'm not scared of a little competition. So, you got anything for me?
Yes. I would direct you to the microfilm viewer at the end of the hall. We have full scans of all of the major newspapers dating all the way back to the 50s.
Perfect. I should be able to browse those for some articles about the murders.
Indeed. If I may ask, what is your own interest in the case?
You probably heard there's a reward, right? I'm a PI, and money is tight, so...
I see. I suppose we each have our own ways to make a living.
Thanks. I'll come back if I have more questions.
Very well. Good luck.
It's one of those advanced microfilm viewers. I'll need to insert a microfilm to use that. Microfilms containing images of scanned newspapers. They're organized by calendar date. Microfilms containing images of scanned newspapers. They're organized by calendar date. Okay, let's see here. It would take ages to look through all the microfilms since the killings began, so maybe I can figure out on what date the murder prior to Deborah's occurred. Hopefully I can deduce the date of the previous murder from the articles I picked up at the office. When I have a good date written down, I can view the corresponding microfilm and look for useful information. All right, I've got a date written down. I can use that to find the corresponding microfilm. Let's not get that crazy. Yeah, this date should be good. I'll search through a week or so of microfilm, starting from the date I've written down. Hopefully I can find some useful information on the previous victim. Yes, there we go. I'll have these printed. All right, rinse and repeat. I should try to determine the previous microfilm date based on the information in these new pages. That way I can make my way back from article to article, victim to victim, until I get all the way to the first murder. Let's see here. I know where Constance Hill is, but that's a fair distance from the city. Better save it for tomorrow. For now, I'll put Jane Doe on hold and see what I can find about the previous murder victim. Worth a shot? Rats. I was hoping to find issue number 842 here. I guess the Sun is not a daily paper. Oh, and Jane Doe died on April 25th to boot, didn't she? That's the day before this. Seems unlikely that the murders were that close. Yes, this should be the right date. Let's see here. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I'll make sure to look into that church later and maybe find the address. For now, let's move on to victim number 2. Yes, this should be the right date. Let's see here. Eric's address isn't too far away, but I should learn all I can here before I visit any of the crime scenes. Coming up last, the very first victim of the Soothsayer. Yes, this should be the right date. Let's see here. All right, that should be everything on the microfilms. I think I'll continue to focus on gathering information today and then head to each of the murder sites tomorrow. Got the number. I'll call first and see if a visit makes sense. God knows I have to be careful with those last drops of gas left in the bike.
Thank you for calling the Azure Sky Motel, your oasis in Cassidy. How may I help you?
Hi there. This is Kathy Rain from Rain Investigations. I have some questions.
All right, then.
So, I hear that one of your tenants was murdered back in February? Rose Taylor.
No shit. Here I thought the boys in blue ransacked this whole place just for shits and giggles.
That happens more often than you'd think. Come on, man. Help a girl out.
Sorry for the attitude, but you know you're the umpteenth person to ask about that, right?
I get that, so how about we stick with the short version?
Fine. No, I don't know anything that isn't in the papers. No, you can't see the room. It's rented out. And even if you did go in there, there's nothing that the cops or cleaners haven't removed since friggin' February.
Understood. So what about the next of kin? She had a husband, right?
Yeah, he came by later to pick up the personal effects. I just met the guy for a few minutes.
Did you catch his name?
I did. But I don't think he'd appreciate me giving out his name to some random lady on the phone. No offense.
I am a bit offended, actually. I'm not some random lady. I'm a licensed private investigator, and a renowned one at that. Ever hear of the Whitmore affair?
That does sound familiar.
Well, that was me. Now, here's a friendly piece of advice. Choose the path of least resistance. I can be a much bigger pain in the ass than this Mr. Taylor, believe me.
All right, fine. It's Orson. Orson Taylor.
That wasn't so hard, was it? Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. What can you tell me about Orson Taylor, Rose's husband?
Nothing much. Like I said, I only saw the guy once, a week or so after the murder.
Okay, how do you seem?
Like you'd expect. Messed up. Couple of kids, too. Breaks my heart, truth be told.
So, if Rose was married and had 2 children, what was she doing in your motel?
Now that's the million-dollar question, ain't it? You'll get no answer from me, even if I could keep track of all of our tenants. I don't make a habit of sticking my nose in their personal affairs.
Huh. Was she a regular then?
Not really, just a couple of bookings in January and February. Look, I think I've said enough. Any other questions? We need to wrap this up. I've got calls on the other line.
That's all, thanks.
You're welcome. Have a great day now.
All right, found the husband's number. Here's hoping he's willing to talk to me.
You've reached the Taylors. No one's home right now, but if you leave your details after the beep, I'll get back to you.
Hi, Mr. Taylor. This is Kathy Rain, private investigator. I was wondering if I could ask you some questions. You can reach me at 555-142-062. Thanks in advance. Bye. I think I'll look into that church next, the King of Kings. There was no mention of an address for it in the newspapers. Great. I've got the address to the church. I'll head over there tomorrow. I think I've followed up on what I can today for each of the different victims. Just one thing left to do. I noticed that the Gazette had the best coverage of the Soothsayer out of all the city papers. I think it's time to pay a dear old friend a visit. All right, here we are. Let's see how E is doing. Hello, sunshine. How's my favorite Christian reporter?
Oh, what do you want, Kathy? I'm on a deadline here.
No small talk, huh? Can't I check in on a friend?
I wish, but we both know you only show up when you need something.
Ouch. Well, I did have something I wanted to talk to you about.
Let's hear it then.
What do you know about the Soothsayer?
The serial killer? But... oh no, it's that stupid reward, isn't it?
You betcha. Money in the bank, baby.
Oh, brother. I'd say this is a terrible idea, Kathy, but it's not like you listen to me anyway.
Oh, come on, Eileen. Don't be like that.
No, don't even go there. Do you know how many times I had to go to HR to get people to stop quoting that stupid song?
Poor old Johnny Ray sounded sad up on the radio.
Art, make her stop.
Why? It's not a half-bad performance.
You guys are like peas in a pod.
Ugh, well, now I lost my groove. I hope you're happy.
Ecstatic. Are you done wasting my time now?
Oh, lighten up, E. Aren't you thrilled about another big case? Teaming up, just like old times?
You can't just pretend nothing happened, Kathy. You fired me, remember?
I'll unfire you?
Yeah, right. How do you even know you'll get that reward? This is Cassidy we're talking about.
I was thinking the same thing, but Lucas did his homework. He says this new mayor is the real deal.
That silly old man. He just wants one last case with his protege before retirement, even if it means you'll get yourselves serial killed.
And I'm all here for it.
Of course you are. It's not like self-preservation is anywhere on your hierarchy of needs.
Can't argue with that. So, speaking of my, needs, what do you know about Cassidy's most prolific murderer?
Not much. You should ask Art. He's much more up to date on that stuff, being our crime correspondent and all.
Are you familiar with scrying mirrors?
I think so, yeah. You mean the black ones made out of obsidian, right?
Yep. What do you know about them?
Not a lot. I know they've been around since ancient times and that they're quite popular in New Age culture today. My friend Meadow is totally into that stuff. I bet she'd tuck your ear off about it.
Oh? Sounds great. Where can I find her?
Let me call her tonight and ask first, okay? She can be a bit peculiar about things.
Sure, not a problem. I'll let you get back to your work.
All right, see you later.
Art Hopkins, just the man I need to see.
That's so. This better be good.
What do you know about the Soothsayer?
What do I know? I made the Soothsayer. Before me, he was the Mirror Murderer, the Cassidy Ripper, or whatever derivative moniker those dullards at the Times or the Sun can muster up.
Oh, wow. So what's your take on the guy?
I could see right through you, Rain. You're a bad apple, and it stinks all the way up here. Finally got a whiff of that reward, huh?
Can't blame a girl for trying. You've got your sights on that money too, huh?
Who doesn't? It's 200 fucking grand. I got a juicy new lead, too.
A new lead, huh? I doubt it's that impressive.
Nice try. I'm not gonna slip up. Word of advice, go back to your cheaters and insurance frauds and leave the Soothsayer to the big boys.
All right, that's all I needed.
Okay, then.
Hey, E, one more thing.
Yeah?
What do you know about this new lead that Art supposedly picked up on the Soothsayer?
Nothing. I don't work with him directly.
Maybe you could find out?
No, Kathy. I respect Art. I'm not gonna mess with his story.
I'll let you get back to your work.
All right, see you later.
She respects Art too much to do a little digging, huh? That guy's a grade A asshole. It shouldn't take much to bring that out front and center. Can I pick your brain for just a few more moments?
You're lucky I'm in a patient mood.
I should probably look at that before I ask about it. All right, that's all I needed.
Okay, then.
I remember that. Something about a corrupt church. When the story broke, the place was shut down and some of the higher-ups went to jail.
Hey, Art, what's a synonym for disappointing?
Your outfit?
Now that's just mean.
Sorry, Summers, couldn't resist. Let me think. Disheartening, dismaying, dissatisfactory?
I think I'm looking for a stronger statement.
Then I'd go with depressing, distressing, or maybe demoralizing.
Demoralizing. Yes, perfect. Thanks, Art.
Anytime, kiddo.
Can I pick your brain for just a few more moments?
You're lucky I'm in a patient mood.
That's quite the story you've got framed up there on that wall.
Oh, yes. One of my proudest accomplishments.
It must have taken ages to break that story, right?
Half a year undercover. Now that's a proper investigation.
Oh, God. I wouldn't make it 6 minutes, let alone 6 months among a bunch of embezzling Bible thumpers.
That's why I'm the best. I do what it takes to get the scoop.
What made you decide to investigate the church?
I had a family member in that parish. They told me some strange stories. Didn't take long for my reporter's instinct to kick in.
Ah, that's simple. Here I thought you were a militant atheist like me.
Don't project your own issues with religion on me, Rain. My goal was to bring those corrupt assholes to justice.
What was the fallout? Some people were arrested, right?
If by some you mean a lot, yeah. 12 people charged, 9 convicted, and about 100 years of prison time sentenced in total.
Damn. The state shut the church down too, right?
Oh, sure did.
Good riddance. They should bulldoze the whole block and turn it into a parking lot.
Your words, not mine, Rain.
It must have taken ages to break that story, right?
Half a year undercover. Now that's a proper investigation.
That's dedication. Lots of sermons to listen to, I take it?
Ugh, too many. I could feel my gray matter shrinking with every psalm, hymn, and other delusion thrown my way.
What made you decide to investigate the church?
I had a family member in that parish. They told me some strange stories. Didn't take long for my reporter's instinct to kick in.
Oh. Must have been tough to ruin a loved one's place of worship.
They're better off, believe me. I'd prefer to keep them out of organized religion altogether, but at least now they're no longer associated with goddamn criminals.
What was the fallout? Some people were arrested, right?
If by some you mean a lot, yeah. 12 people charged, 9 convicted, and about 100 years of prison time sentenced in total.
Damn. The state shut the church down too, right?
Oh, sure did.
That's a shame. They didn't have to punish the whole congregation just because the leadership was corrupt.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about. That place was rotten to the core.
All right, that's all I needed.
Okay, then.
Oof. I don't think Art's Eileen's favorite person right now.
Word space is acting up again. What was that?
Hey, E, one more thing.
Yeah?
Man, I'm itching to know what Art's new lead on the Soothsayer is.
I bet, but I wouldn't know anything about that. Not that he's been my favorite person lately.
You could still find out, right? Don't you want to ruffle that arrogant prick's feathers a bit?
Oh, well,
Pretty please.
okay, fine. I'll try, but no promises.
You're the best.
Either that or I'm just a slow learner.
Alrighty, it's getting late. I'm gonna get out of your hair before Art rats me out and calls security.
Oh, he wouldn't do that. He's not as bad as you think, Kathy. You guys are actually quite alike.
Oh God, you better take that back before you make me take up smoking again.
I have no doubt you'll be able to resist the temptation. Bye, Kathy.
Bye. Rain Investigations.
Kathy, it's me. Eileen.
Hey, E. What's up?
Oh, just burning the midnight oil. So, I wanted to let you know that I found Art's new lead on the Soothsayer.
Amazing. Do tell.
Well, you know those people who were killed? Apparently, they were all under the influence of some sort of illegal drug.
Interesting. What type of drug?
I'm not sure, but this toxicology report here says that the street name is Pyre.
Never heard of that one. I better go ask Lionel.
Lionel? Who is that?
My drugged... Well, a friend of mine, that's all.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'd say you should take better care of yourself, Kathy, but you've heard it all before.
Pretty much, but seriously, thanks, E. I owe you one.
Don't worry about it. Oh, and by the way, you know Meadow, that friend I was telling you about?
Yeah, what about her?
She said you can come see her tomorrow. She's got an RV over on the west side, Sycamore Lane 21.
Perfect. I'll go talk to her in the morning.
Okie dokie. I gotta get back to work now, but I guess I'll see you around?
You bet. Catch you later, E.
Bye, Kathy.
Pyre, huh? I better call the cop shop and ask Josh about that.
You've reached Detective Everett, Narcotics. I'm not available right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
Hey, Josh, this is Kathy Rain. Been a while, huh? Let's meet and catch up. I have something I want to run by you. Hit me up at my work number, will ya? Okay, bye. All right, I guess that's that. Let's see if Lionel is at his usual spot. Hey, what's up, Lionel?
Hey, girlfriend, you here for the white stuff?
Not this time, buddy.
Oh, you broke?
Well, I am, but that's not...
You just broke. Well, I ain't giving you a tab. I'd never see my money back. No offense.
I don't want a fucking Coke tab, Lionel. I just had some questions.
Oh, what's with the hostility, girl? There's no reason to be unsavory among friends.
Sorry, rough day. Can I run something by you?
Go on then. I suppose I got some time to spare.
Do you know Pyre?
Oh yeah. Strong trip, they say. I'd love to get my hands on some of that.
Hard to come by, I take it?
No doubt. I never got so much as a whiff of the stuff.
Oh, really? Who's slinging?
No one I know. Sketchy motherfuckers though, whoever they are.
How so?
Well, for one, you won't find them on the corner like us, regular hard-working candy men.
Yeah, you're all salt of the earth. How do they conduct business then?
Well, they pretty much don't.
I'm not following.
Well, join the club, 'cause it's some real candid camera shit. Every now and then, one of them dope fiends starts yapping on about some creepy fucker giving them Pyre, and it's always on the house. Trying to run an honest pusher out of business.
Some kind of obtuse marketing tactic?
If it is, those people sure as hell ain't capitalizing on it.
Some half-assed DEA honeypot operation then?
No way. The feds don't give a fuck about Cassidy, trust me.
Who are these fiends then? Got any names?
Nah, I don't ask for names. And the junkie clientele all look the same to me, no offense.
Haha. So you don't know anyone who could get Pyre? Some drug dealer you are.
No, I didn't say that. There is this one person who just might be able to pull it off.
Yeah?
A friend of the boss. Ultra-wealthy connoisseur. Tries everything once, apparently. Rich. I mean old money rich. Deeply connected.
Quite the sales pitch. Are you gonna give me a name or just leave a girl hanging in suspense?
Now. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Surely a gumshoe such as yourself is well aware that information is a commodity.
I told you, I'm fucking broke, Lionel.
And I ain't deaf. We're talking a simple exchange. If you find out who's slinging Pyre, you send the Love Lion a word.
Deal. Loaded guy's name, please.
It ain't a guy, strictly speaking. It's one of those, transsexual types. Prefers to go by the name Hannah Verdue.
Verdue? That rings a bell. Some French family, right? Mine owners?
You tell me. Sounds about right.
So what do you know about Hannah Verdue?
Not much, but I know she owns and runs a place on the south side. The Club of Hearts.
Catchy name. Casino?
Poetry club, if you can believe that.
I can. Sure sounds like an appropriate waste of money for a Verdue.
Yeah, I suppose those motherfuckers ran out of rooms to put golden bathtubs in.
Either that or mammoth wool rug suddenly went out of style. So that poetry club, do you know where it is?
South side, that's all I know. Never patronized myself.
That's it. Later, Lionel.
Until next time, hot stuff.
All right, found an address. They're not open until Friday night, though. Guess I'll have to wait a couple of days. Ugh, I'm beat. You want to hit the sack, girl? Come on, then. So, there's something I need to tell you.
Yeah, I know, kid. Time to move on, huh?
Yeah. Is it that obvious?
I wouldn't be much of a PI if I couldn't see the writing on the wall for this one. It was nice having you around, though, kid. You spruced up the place, I gotta say.
Well, don't get lazy without me. I'm sure you still have a couple of years of detective work left in you.
Oh, that's all I need. Just a couple of more cases. Then I'm riding off into the sunset.
What's going on, Lucas?
What do you mean? Something wrong with my vacation outfit? I've always been a sun-kissed kind of guy.